As they'll square off with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Now a play fake. Carr. Flush to his right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there. Throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
James White's first carry. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That's good. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. 11 yards there, 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking...
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7. Raiders nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you playing the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, but they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard at the 13-yard line.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. He's going to keep it again. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Cam on the option. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. From the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. You think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. And that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive. Not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Newton on the keeper. And incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight end. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Throwing again. Newton. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play. First down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Raiders nothing.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The second-year man, Max Crosby, the one who brought him down.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
It's now third
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
24 is the mic. You're trapped. You're trapped. 24 is the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
From the gun, here's Newton. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And he fields it cleanly. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Running out of the gun with White, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
You got 3. You got 3.
Operating from the gun. Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to his right. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
3 down. 24 is the mic.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. Down right around the 25. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off play action. Newton. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
Offense set to get this drive started, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
First reception for him, and remember, he leads the NFL in that category here in this first month. Also has a first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. The Pets are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's second down.
To try again after the sack. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another first down as they call his number. Yards here. From the gun, Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. On play action, it's Carr. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. Seconds to go in half number 1. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
Hey, check. 3 down. Shift. 6:37.
Operating from the gun, Carr. Caught right side and Snead. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And it's 17-7.
Is good. Makes the score Patriots 17. Raiders 7. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Watch the run.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's in. Touchdown.